Exploding on the scene, storage. It's a new category, and the big question people are asking is, does it make money, and are they really going to use it? Stay tuned. We're going to tell you about what we've been witnessing in property with storage.
Storage.
How are you?
You're the storage king, and I'm the single storage lover. I'm in a position now where I believe that if you can get an investment that makes you money and makes the world a better place, then you're laughing. Everyone should own some.
It's, you know what? It is, and it's been very institutional. So we all know it's been around a long time. There's been Kennard Storage, Storage King, all these different guys, but they're corporate, they're institutional. They may have 200 or 300 units. They typically go ground floor, first floor, second floor, third floor. So you got to go in lift. But now clever developers are building stock for us, for individuals, and it's saving marriages.
It is saving money, marriages, and it's making people money. This is capital growth across 3 different sites that you've had some experience selling, and the numbers here are pretty staggering, to be honest. And we're gonna show you what these storage units look like in just a moment, because I actually had the pleasure of showing one yesterday for the first time, and it wowed me. It did.
And I do have to say, the reason we brought this up first is every time, and we've talked about it saving your marriage, every time that concept comes up of spending 100,000 or 200,000 on a box, people go, yeah, but I got the money, but does it make money? Can you rent them? Can you sell them? The biggest opposition I get that people ask is, do they make money? That's the number one. So I thought no better than to bring social proof, real proof of what people purchased for and what people sold for in the 3 facilities that we've resold and sold in when they were new. So here it is. Tell us.
Here it is. So we've got a couple of sites across Cromer and Brookvale, 2 really sort of really strong commercial holds on the northern beaches. So first of all, it's important to point out these storage facilities are in the best location. They're so accessible. You can whip in and whip out really nice. Tradies can get in and out. People for like household toys, whatever it is. It's just really, really easy to get to. But yeah, from the vault, which is up in Cromer, locals are probably familiar with this, sitting on Middleton Road. They're averaging between 20 to 40% in capital growth, and that's sometimes between 25 and 64 square meters. So they're quite big. That's the size of entry-level double lock-up garage.
Yeah, so let me reference it easy for people. 1 garage, 13 metres squared. Big garage, 18 metres squared. Double garage, 25, 30 metres squared.
Yeah, and so a double garage purchased off the plan or back in 2019, you could get in at about 132,000. And since then, they've resold 2 years, 2 months, and 29 days later for a profit of 20% capital growth, just under 160,000. So it's quite strong.
Nice.
You were saying,
I can hear in the background a whole bunch of noise. If you could get rid of that, that would be great. While you're doing that, if you want to get rid of that right now, while you're doing that, I just want to take people through this chart. So guys, people are buying for circa 90. This is a couple of years back, $90,000, $150,000. That's typically what people are actually buying for. And they're making 50% capital growth, 30% capital growth. Now, this is the same as residential. So when you're looking at industrial, commercial purchases, when you're looking at residential purchases, the biggest motivator one normally has is capital growth. How much does that property go up? this is proof that this is doing as much as residential units, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom houses. That when you go through that right line, and let me have a look at that, 70% capital growth, 45% capital growth, 56% capital growth, 75% capital growth. So these people, and it's got the number of years in there, it's got how much they purchased for. It's pretty incredible how much growth these guys make. As a matter of fact, I sold one yesterday where they bought it in 2020. Sorry, I should say this. They exchanged a year or two before that, say 2 years before that. So they put down a 10% deposit, but they settled in 2020. Then they settled for 164. This is a lovely guy called Darren, who was a mortgage broker. And then we sold it for 250K. It was owned in his super, very clever. So that was 52% capital growth.
It's strong. It's very strong. Question: how do banks see these storage units? Max LVR 60 to 70%. Good question.
But this is probably the number 2 opposition. Banks find it hard to lend on them. If you can find a bank that will do it, they would generally want you to secure the debt against something else that you own. So the LVR position is very hard. You will or might find someone on a high interest rate which will do a 60% loan. But where you can do it is super. So people have often, we've sold to people that have used their superannuation. They've had a lazy couple $100 grand sitting in their super. They've purchased a storage room and we've rented it for them. Billy, who's the biggest person who will buy storage?
Well, the lady I took through yesterday is a lovely local lady looking for something with convenience to put extra things in, but also have a little bit of income if and when she moves out of owner occupying it herself. We've had, as I said, people look at it just to tie up a little bit of extra cash. These things are renting for anywhere between sort of 110 and 160 a week for an entry level property up in Cromer. So it's not a bad rent when you look at the yield. And I think the people that ultimately love the idea of buying storage are people that want just a hassle-free investment. There's no tenants to look after. There's no outgoings really to look after. It's very, very simple. Buy and forget.
So when you say no tenants, there's tenants there, but they don't really ask for kitchen, the plumbing to be fixed, or they don't ask for painting or carpet or anything like that. It's literally pay your rent and that's it.
Yeah. So I think that's that's the target market.
So we've sold. I give you a couple examples of people that I've sold for recently into storage. Lovely lady from Freshwater, Katie. She was coming out of a house. She's going to be selling the house in the next couple of years. She's going to be going to a unit, and she's like, you know what? I've got that money in my super. I'm going to buy storage with my super, and then when I do move out of the house over the next couple of years, I will. When I retire, I will use that storage unit, and I'll buy a residential apartment. I'll have both. Another lady I sold to just before that, who just settled, moving from a house. They have an amazing book as in reading book collection, as in thousands and thousands and thousands of books, and they're going to be storing their books. They needed a cool, dry place for it. Show us what they look like inside, Billy Bob, so people can get a reference, because the best storage you can buy is storage where you don't have to go up to the first or second level. These particular ones I love because they're all accessible with your car, which the other ones are as well, but you've got to go on a lift. Let's have a look.
What? And just before you get there, Mark, what are the outgoings?
Virtually nothing. The strata levies are very, very low. You don't have water. So you're only paying about $1,000 a year, $1,400 a year. It's very, very low.
It's pretty good. Yeah. So what's impressive about these things that I found yesterday is it's not just it's not like you're renting a garage from a mate. It's these are commercial grade, meaning it's high security, it's high ceilings, it's convenient access for all sizes. This car looks small in this mezzanine storage. and it's a beautiful car. But this is kind of what your access looks like. There's a row of units where you can pull in and out really easily. This is what a car lift, if you haven't seen a car lift before, and I hadn't before yesterday, this is what it looks like. Drive straight in, you punch your floor in to what level you're going to, and it gets straight up there. You can see 2 meter clearance, so that's no different to what you're parking in at when you go to Woolworths, if you're driving into like a Westfield, something like that. So really, really good clearance.
Now, I do have to say why you got that photo up, Billy. You will get these for about 20% less than a regular price of storage. So most of the storage we sell, actually, you don't use that lift. You just drive straight in, unload, go. Ones that are a little bit lower in price will have this. So, for instance, ones that we're going to be selling next door to Bunnings in French's Forest, category killer being next door to, imagine you're a tradesperson, you're an electrician, plumber, whatever, you want to get your stuff out of your house because your wife's murdering you because there's work crap everywhere, and you go, you know what, I'm always going to Bunnings because I'm a tradie and I live in the area. People in basically all the northern beaches, there's 100,000 homes, 250,000 people in northern beaches. Smack bang in the middle of the northern beaches with all the highways and everything. Chatswood is down the road, Manly's up there, City's there, is Bunnings. They put a new Bunnings French's Forest. Next door, it's literally straight across. We've got this storage facility where you can imagine being a trader, you're going to bail in, grab your stuff from the storage room. You may forget something, grab it from stuff that you haven't got, grab it from Bunnings, and then you go to work.
Pretty good. It's pretty good, if you ask me. And again, a bit more access and security. Yeah, wow. That's one word.
But Billy, if you had not seen that, if no one holds your hands and walks you through, you'd never know it's available. It's literally people that know the term, they're dubbed with storage, but they don't actually know the look and feel until you bring photos up like that. They don't know if it's making money. They don't know if it's rentable. They don't know about the maintenance. When you package this whole storage thing up, it's a good asset.
It is. Yeah, we're a big fan of it. I particularly have fallen in love with the idea of renting, helping people buy storage, whatever it is. There's certainly a place for it.
Now, if you want to go over to one of the corporate guys like Storage King or Kennards, get ready to pay triple.
Rent.
1, you can't buy it. 2, if you're renting it, you're going to be paying triple. And more often than not, they're going to put you on the first floor, second floor, third floor, maybe even fourth floor. So these are good options to rent. These are good options to buy it. That's storage.
That's the show. Passionate.
Anything else you want to say about it before we go in conclusion?
If you've got any other questions, just call Mark, call Stefan, call the team. They know it better than others.
Let us know, and don't forget, if people are buying their super, they can join 1, 2, 3 related parties, family members, friends into their super. So you may be a plumber and you've got a mate that's a plumber. You can join your super together and buy something like this, and your business or a business can rent it from you.
Yeah, it's clever. It's really clever. Have a good day.
Have a good day. See you guys. Have a great day.